Look at this. We made it to the table of the guy from Toby from Red Dawn.
Yeah.
And this picture right here is where you're saying your famous line.
Wolverines!
Yes, sir. So how was it working with all these great people that Patrick Swayze, C. Thomas Howell, who else? Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, Leah Thompson, Jennifer Grey, Darren Dalton, Brad Savage. I mean, it was an amazing group, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick was the leader for sure. He totally, corralled us together and became the leader on set and off set.
Huh.
And we had so much fun. And Patrick and I became really close friends. We spent a lot of time together during that movie, and when we got back to LA, we spent a lot of time together roping cabs and riding horses and cruising around LA in his DeLorean, all that kind of cool stuff.
He seems like one of the good ones. Was he
So down to earth.
Yeah.
So genuine, so real, and just had so much heart and soul.
And screw all the remakes. We're all about the originals here.
The originals are the good ones. So, overall, an amazing experience, amazing film experience. We spent 3 months in the mountains in Las Vegas, New Mexico, filming this thing, bitter winter cold, frostbite, all these things that came into play. But you know what? We created an iconic 80s film that
For sure.
is embedded into a lot of people's memories and has been for a lot of years. So I'm proud to be a part of that and happy to be here talking to you about it.
Right on. And well, he had mentioned too earlier about he was on shows like Rocker Files and Trapper John, MD, and Hill Street Blues.
Lois and Clark Superman, The Master with Lee Van Cleef, all these. I did Here's Boomer with the little Benji dog, and I made a bunch of stuff back in the day.
Out of any of those shows that you mentioned, what good memories do you have? Like any James Garner story or Hill Street Blues? I mean, any of that stuff.
There's two quick stories I'll tell you. James Garner, man, what a gem of a human being. I was 15 years old. I got cast into this episode that was actually written by the guy who wrote The Sopranos, about this young Anthony. He's one of his young mob characters. I played a mob guy. James Garner went out of his way to come to my trailer on the first day I was working on the set to introduce himself and welcome me to the show.
Wow.
Like, he didn't have to do that. I was a 15-year-old kid playing a small part. James Garner went out of his way to come and welcome me and say, hey, I'm James. Welcome to the set.
Wow.
If you need something, let me know. I just wanted to say hi, introduce myself, and what. I was starstruck. And what a kind, generous human being he was. Hill Street Blues. That was a groundbreaking show. I was on the first episode of their second season. Their first season, they won, I think, 8 Emmys. And when I was filming that week, it was right after they had won all the Emmys. So they had all the Emmys on set. So here I'm on set and back in like the green room. There's all these Emmys laid out that they had just won a couple of days before. Wow. They were still celebrating and basking in the glow of this groundbreaking first season that they had and embarking on their second season. So
a ton of great guest stars on both of those shows. I mean, that just would come in and out. And yeah, that's so awesome, man.
Did you hear the story about James Garner and Charles Bronson playing cards?
No. Tell me that one.
It was awesome because I guess Charles Bronson was into it money-wise to somebody on the set, and Charles Bronson gets up to the poker table and says, good luck collecting, and James Garner, he said very dryly, said something like, that ain't gonna happen, and he paid. So he talked down Charles Bronson, which is badass, right?
That's badass, because Charles Bronson is a badass MF, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. I hadn't heard that story, but that's a great one.
Yeah.
Where was this filmed at, man?
So, we filmed all of Red Dawn in New Mexico. The majority was filmed in a little town called Las Vegas, New Mexico. And I remember I was 19 years old, and I just got cast in the part. My agent said, yeah, you're going to be filming in Las Vegas. I'm like, really? That's awesome, Las Vegas? I hadn't been there. I'm 19 years old. And they're like, Las Vegas, New Mexico. Oh, tiny town.
Okay.
About an hour north of Santa Fe, up in the mountains, in a very rural setting. There's nothing around. There's like one restaurant, one bar, one hotel type of thing. But it was a great experience, and then we filmed part of it in Santa Fe, in the mountain areas of Santa Fe. So
wow, that's so cool, man.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all Santa Fe. This scene here is all Santa Fe. That's up in the hills of Las Vegas.
Wow.
That's back in studio, back in LA, but those are just marketing studio shots. That's up in Las Vegas, New Mexico.
What's this?
And this is from a 5-hour miniseries called Mystic Warrior that I did for ABC about a year before, where I played a Plains Indian. Great 5-hour miniseries. James Remars, and there are a few other great Native American actors that have been in a ton of films. Really good movie. Really good movie.
So, most beautiful actress, starlet, that you've met?
Probably the woman who played my mother, and I'm drawing a blank on her name, but oh my God, she was gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah. Just absolutely. Rossimo, Victoria Rossimo.
Okay.
I think she's passed on, but oh my God, look at her. Her beauty is so natural, and her soul is so pure and so gorgeous. Yeah, and she was, a few years older than me. She was playing my mother, but oh my God, she was just, you could not help but be drawn to her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an energy thing as much as a beauty thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what does somebody do after they're acting? Then they get into realtor.
Real estate. In Monterey.
There it is. Doug Toby.
Monterey.
Yeah, no, hey, someone wants to buy a house, call me.
Yeah.
I can sell a house.
I'm sure you do great in Monterey too, because that's a good little bit of a thing. Yeah,
It's a destination spot. So people
Yeah.
there, it's where I live. I've lived there for the last 30 years, but it's vacation homes, it's second homes, it's retirement homes, but then there's the working community too. But it's just beautiful. It's a gorgeous section of the Central California coast. Big Sur is just a stone's throw away. San Francisco's 2 hours away. Santa Cruz is 45 minutes away. It's gorgeous up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toby, so much for Toby, for sharing your stories and everything. I also want to add one more thing, that I'm so glad to see that Patrick did one villain role, Point Break, but you really cared about the guy in that movie. You're like rooting for him, and it was such a great movie, right? I mean, everybody had to see Point Break, right?
And we were talking about that even though he was the villain in that, he was still likable.
I know, very. It's one of those fine lines of a role that's like that,
As a human being, I don't know anyone that couldn't like Patrick when he was alive, and he was a very, very special friend to me. He had a huge impact on me personally.
Nice.
So
Thank you for sharing that, Doug.
A special spot.
Thank you so much, man.
Even though he's gone, he's here with me. He touched me in a lot of beautiful ways, and he and I shared great memories, great experiences. We played guitar together. We went and had great adventures together. We rode cabs together. We rode horses together. We did so many cool things.
His brother's still alive and kicking, Don Swayze. They look a lot alike. Yeah, thank you again, Doug. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.